I guess as well as can be expected. You know, I had gone in like the third day for a CT scan because I was having headaches, and the scan came back that there was no bleeding, but I was still having the headache. So I went to my doctor, and he said, they have you fill out a questionnaire, and he said, from what I answered, he said you probably have a mild concussion. So I mean, it's, you know, dealing with from day to day, and he said that's all you can do is go day to day and just hope it gets better as you go.
And how do you think the concussion happened? I'm guessing you don't remember a lot.
Well, you know, I was sitting in those by that where the wood is, and when the explosion went, it lifted me right off the couch, and it would have been the big board down at the bottom. It lifted me off the couch, and the next thing I knew, I woke up and I was on the floor. So if I hit anything, I don't know. I know I did have a cut on my nose, so I don't know if it was from the shattered glass coming in or if I actually hit something.
And last time we spoke, I mean, it was a happy reunion with Snicker.
Yeah.
What happened since then?
I still get choked up about that. When I didn't have her the first day, and the next day the fireman called and said, I think we have Snicker. So I went over and got her, and she seemed fine. So and at that time I was staying in the church, and they allowed Snicker to come in, and she was on the floor, and she started walking around in circles. And I thought, something's not right. So I took her back. I thought she might have to go to the bathroom, and I had a bathroom right next to where I had slept. And by the time I got her back there, she started having seizures, and I had trouble getting her out of the cat carrier. So Heidi and I, a neighbor and a good friend, drove her up to the hospital, and they said that, you know, they did an x-ray and found that she did have cancer in her left lung, and she had a tumor on her spinal cord, but also that she had suffered severe neurological damage. So they just said, if you know, the vet said if she were my cat, I'd just, you know, humane thing to do would be to put her down. So at least she died in my arms and not, you know, not in the condo. So, but that was my little girl. So, I mean, you know, I was just so glad to get her back, you know, after a day. Just like, you know, all the cats that are missing here, they become like family. And, you know, it just, I mean, at least she was in my arms, and she knew that she was loved when she passed. So.
Can I give you a hug?
Huh?
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, you can.
I'm so sorry. I understand. They're your family, and I was devastated when I heard about it.
Yeah. A lot of people, you know, said, oh, I thought she was doing so well. And I did too initially.
Yeah.
But
it's like, you know, you hang on to that one positive thing out of something so terrible, and then it's just, you know.
And, you know, I feel bad, you know, but, I mean, you know, I'm not one that I let loose with, you know, my emotions. I usually pretty much hold it in check, but that was my little girl.
This is emotional. This whole thing, I mean, that's where you lived.
Right.
You lived there with your best friend, your cat.
Well, that's 41 years. I mean, that's really everything that was in there was my whole life, and it's gone. So, and I mean, you know, if it'll take probably a year to 2 years to redo it, but it'll never be the same.